Hey guys, welcome back to Run with Mike. I am your host, Mike. Thank you for joining me here today. Hey, this is a simple how-to tutorial today and how to install your RC four-wheel drive rims onto a Proline tire. I know a lot of times we've all been a little frustrated and we've gotten upset, and we've given away these awesome rims or awesome wheels, and we just tossed them out the window. We've given them to friends, or we even sold them for like a fraction of the cost of what we bought them for. The cool thing is that DSM Off-Road, you can find them over here on Instagram, they got this cool, awesome tool that's going to allow you to go ahead and install your Beadlock wheels onto the Proline tires. Now, it does take a little patience to put these on. I've put these on and off a few times myself. One thing I did come to the conclusion is that when the tires are new, they're a little bit tougher to put on. They are, okay? It does take, one or two tries, but it's not as frustrating as trying to squeeze everything in and making sure they come out of line and then having the tire just come off completely. With this little thing right in here, unfortunately, I did lose the one that was for a 5-lug, but I did reach over to DSM Off-Road and they said that it works as good. The 6-lug works on the 5-lug as well. It's just, you gotta finesse it a little bit. So it does work. So I'm here to show you guys how simple it is to install your Beadlock wheels, especially your RC four-wheel drive, your SSD wheels that don't have the outer rim Beadlocks like other traditional tires do. Kind of like the traditional SSD or Spec RC wheels that we see here with the outside Beadlock already installed, where they're easy to clamp on. So these are super easy to install, but we're going to show you something without that rim lock and then having these to install. One of the most difficult things about installing the 5-lug versus the 6-lug is the actual alignment. The alignment could come off and it could become a little frustrating if you don't get them aligned right, because you can match up the stars, but the holes do not match up. So you definitely want to take your time while doing this. All right, well, let's get started. I like to put some soap and water around the tire to make it a little bit more slippery and easier to install the rim. And as you're trying to install this, you're going to figure out why. It's not as soft and as smooth to get in and out and rotate the wheels inside the tire. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we're going to add a little bit of water and a little bit of soap here onto the wheel. And what you want to do is make sure the wheel and the Beadlock are all sitting there nice and even in there. Okay, so these are new tires, so they are going to be a little bit more difficult to put on, but you just got to be very patient. See how it keeps trying to slip out right in here? So be aware of that as you're trying to put these wheels on. So let's go ahead and put the first one on. Okay, now the challenging part is going to be the second part. We got to make sure we align the hose onto the correct one, because otherwise, if they don't align, then we are going to be in a world of trouble. There you go. All right, so the first thing I like to do after I do that, after I find the alignment, is put 1 or 2 screws in here so that I could put on the hex onto the wheel, because once you install it, it's going to be a little bit more difficult trying to get the rear hex back on there. So I definitely want to do this first before anything. And then again, I don't tighten it all the way, just enough. And again, just give it a nice little shakedown. Okay, So what you're gonna do next is you're gonna get your screw that has a nice little hex at the top. You're gonna drop it into the circle part. Put that in here. Sorry guys. All right. And then you're gonna cover 2 of the 3 holes that you have. So you wanna leave at least 3 holes exposed. Put this right back here so that it puts pressure on there. And then the washer, we're gonna go ahead and tighten this down. There. And then you're all set. And then you're ready to put in all the rest of the tires in there. Easy as pie. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and put those in, and then we'll be right back and then show you the finished product. And there you have it, guys. A wheel from RC 4-wheel drive. It's a 5-lug set, making it pretty easy to put these tires on. I like this tool set. I just wish I didn't lose that other piece so I could fit into the 5-lug. But the one I do have is, it works very well. So it works out. It's a time saver. Again, the tires are pretty new, so it's a little bit more difficult to put these on. But I would definitely recommend picking up a set. Just go head up down to DSM Off-Road over there on Instagram. I believe their website is dsmoffroad.com. Yes, it is dsmoffroad.com, and pick up one of your Beadlock Buddy wheel tools. It's an assembly tool. So it helps a lot. Be patient with it. It's gonna give you still be a few more tries. I like it. So, and that's how you put on a RC 4-wheel drive on to a Proline tire. If you guys like what you see here, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Also hit the chime bell so that you get notified when I'm coming up with some new videos. It does help me a lot for you guys to subscribe and hit that like button. So thank you guys. You guys have a good night. Until next time, keep on trailing, guys.